So right here we're at the last inquisitive mind of Louis T. Breaking down the culture of hip hop of the city. So we down to like the kind of like I guess the finals. What we're gonna do. Each one of us is gonna rep one of the last cities in the area, and we're gonna debate it out and of course I won't come victorious, but one of us, me, is gonna come victorious, and then we're gonna do it for the culture. So I'm gonna you already know the moderator Laurel in the middle, and then we're gonna all like kind of go down, introduce ourselves and what we repping. So again, it's me, Louis T, hip hop lieutenant. My show, the Inquisitive Mind of Louis T. We want to throw that out there.
Okay.
My special invited guests, we're back. And I'm repping the H-Town, Houston. H-Town, I'm going to try to hold y'all down.
Yo, I am Fuzz Jax, a.k.a. your mom's favorite rapper on Instagram. I'm holding the D down, R.I.P. Dilla.
That's Detroit.
Detroit.
Me, you? Me or you?
Me? I'm just the moderator.
Oh. HP, holding it down for the Bay. Yee! What up, Rec League?
What's good? It's your boy, Lee Hustle. Go follow me on Instagram at HustleRue_ having my way. Philly, I'm holding it down. I got y'all. Let's do it.
Hustle the bottle of water, and then you got a shirt on your shirt.
All right, self.
Let's do this.
All right, so who wants to set it off?
I'm gonna set it off. I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. I'm putting my money on Detroit to finish the closest bracket out, just because of the longevity, the star power, the innovation, the legends, currently past, all that stuff. So I'm gonna go with Detroit.
I mean, this is the part where like you really got to pull out some stuff, because at this point, legacy, legends, star power, and hits is in every corner. Yeah. I mean, because I could pull out a ton from the Bay, he could pull out a ton for Houston. You riding with
Philly. Yeah, I mean that's an argument in itself.
You know what I mean?
And I'm running with Philly as far as like being the most influential area in hip hop other than New York and LA. And we're talking I'm talking about all areas, to how the rappers, Will Smith, what people was wearing. We're gonna talk about everything as far as rappers in Philly that influence other rappers to become huge megastars. So that's why I pick Philly.
So I wouldn't say I pick Houston, but I'm gonna hold y'all down, because Houston is the area that I think outside of Atlanta, LA, and New York, one of the most influential. You got, like I said, Rap-A-Lot Records, J. Prince, Scarface, the Ghetto Boys, but then you still got in UGK legends. Like hip hop royalty, Scarface, Bun B, Pimp C. And then as far as that, just pushing the culture, and you got like in music. So I'm not even gonna really focus on the stuff you already know. We already talked about Mike Jones. We already talked about Slim Thug. We already talked about Chamillionaire. We talking about right now. So you got Travis Scott. He right now, like he a whole new sound, or the sound right now, influenced Kanye West and other big names, and making his own music from Houston. So you can't say and then it's multicultural. You got people like the Southpaw Mexican, just come. You
got them in the Bay too, dog.
Like
speak on it.
Just Philly. I just feel that Philly it represents hip hop like Detroit to its rawest form, man. I just feel that a lot of stuff came from Philly. Philly set a lot of trends as far as hip hop. Also, a lot of important people is attached to Philly. You know what I'm saying? and it's also attached to hip hop as well. You know what I'm saying? Like State Property, man, arguably one of the best waves that came period. You know what I'm saying, in hip hop, as far as like the whole going up to Hot 97 rapping, like, you know what I'm saying, like they opened the door for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? State Property, they clothed them.
See, but yeah, with that you gotta, and I'm Haji, I'm sure will have the same argument that I'm about to make. But Houston, you don't have to go anywhere. You can be big in Houston, stay in Houston, and G off. Mm-hmm. That's how big Houston is, and that's how much they support each other. You don't have to go anywhere, and then once you do, you take that cream and it rises to the top. You know, it just makes it on like Slim Thug. He made it big, and then he chose to be like a quote unquote like local celebrity because he can eat off Houston, and then in the markets surrounded off Texas. So you don't have to go to. They have their own, and Houston. I'm sorry, I never been there. I mean, but Houston, you have their own Hot 97. I'm sure. You know, as a matter of fact, I know. Like, I mean, I've listened to interviews like Zero and hear them talk about when Mike Watts is on the radio, and then so they have their own wave, and then that they can do themselves as far as influencing the culture. And I mean, I'm gonna hold on to it, but I got one little trick in my pony that's gonna body it all when you talk about hip hop. But
well, like, and again, I want to stay away from the music first. Talk contextual, like what has it done for the culture historically? Where are the Panthers from?
The Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
Black Panthers.
Wakanda.
Stop playing with me, man. So you've got like the quintessential idea for blackness, and if you really want to go there with Wakanda, who did Black Panther come from? Because you know that argument. That's some comic book geek stuff.
The Black Panther predates the Black Panthers.
The leopard does. Yeah.
Stan Lee says.
But anyway, let's take that out of it. Just in terms of like being unified as a people, right? Mm-hmm. Being unified as a people translate into hip hop culture. Just being proud to be black, all your medallions, all of that stuff. That's home base. That's home base for that. Second, pimping. Who pimping? Houston is pimping, right? Houston pimping, right?
Yeah, a little bit of pimping.
Where they learn they pimping from? Detroit pimping. Where they get they pimping from?
You got a point on pimping.
Yo,
we got a point on pimping, bro.
The Bay got the trade on pimping, so that means any line y'all want to pull out of anything of anything relative to the art of pimpery, you got to get at to the Bay. There's no fighting that. Okay. The Bay gave you a unit to measure weed, as far as how much you putting on it.
Damn, man.
I ain't even get to the music yet.
Damn.
I ain't even get to the music yet.
I mean, it's Loonies. I got 5 on it. That's the Bay.
I mean, it's the music, but I'm talking about as a culture.
As a culture, pushing. But
you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I never bought weed, so I've never had to say like I got 5 on it. But I imagine that people be like, I got 5 on it.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, that's what I said. That's not really culture.
Not
I know
anymore.
much about. I just know.
Yeah, I mean, just think about like gas.
Yeah.
Like, you like 5 ain't gonna get you nothing in gas no more.
Y'all still got some broke friends. Broke don't ever go out of style.
That's a fact.
Style for me. If you broke, lose my number.
But like just going back to like Philly, you know what I'm saying? Like you got like Philly, man, it's just Will Smith. Come on, Will, I'm gonna fight.
How many times you gonna keep going back?
I mean, we can't keep going back to that well.
We all keep every round. We talking about the same thing.
No,
Houston
I brought up some new stuff.
Houston, well, in the finals you did, but Houston made it to the finals off the same topics, man. We didn't really pull out nothing different. But I really, honestly, thinking about it, like I don't have no tricks for Philly, and it's coming. I don't even have no tricks for Philly against Houston. I don't have no tricks for Philly against Detroit. And I don't have no tricks against this.
I mean, well, yo, Philly.
I feel like Fuzz is still waiting to unsheath his sword. He been real quiet.
He
been real quiet. He got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, for Philly, far as like what Haji was talking about, I mean, I feel like I can't think of it. It's like they have the Black Mafia, or something. Like Philly has some like far as culturally.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the brotherly love, but it wasn't a lot of love in Philly. So as far as culture and influence, they definitely influence.
Now the street
culture.
coming from the streets.
Yeah, from the streets.
Now I could debate on it's coming from the streets. Like Philly got, you know what I'm saying, Bucky, all them, like a real like culture, but
they're like,
we're talking about music here.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of times, because I mean, Black Panthers isn't music. They're talking about like culture, but a lot of those things go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So like Philadelphia, you know, next to probably Chicago and New York, far as like, especially with blacks, like far as black mafioso type organized crime.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know,
But you get way more references from Huey Newton. You get way more references about Bobby Seale. You see like the images of like the Huey Newton chair in like several album arts. You know what I mean?
And I feel
the Philly, the black mob was like that
a lot of that stuff was just huge. Like Rich and Poe. I feel like second up is Philly.
Again, though, take that argument to Starbucks, because we talking grand scale, not just heads, not just black people, not just people in the culture. We talking about all over.
I'm trying to think. I might have to go to Google myself. I just don't see. I don't really see Philly like matching up with. You know. I'm thinking of everything now. I don't see Philly matching up with none of y'all right now. Honestly.
Well, I guess we can take Philly out of the equation.
I'm trying to think. Hold on, we still y'all.
You get your Googles.
Yeah, let's do one thing over here.
We gonna open the floor for Fuzz.
Nah. I'm listening to what y'all are saying, man. I'm hearing everything, but I feel like Detroit, as far as like influences, it's a lot. But just because, like I said, just because of the level of, I mean, you got a lot of talent in every part. But that's saying
why we're here in the final.
That's why you definitely. But I'm saying the level of it. I don't know, man. It's pretty up there. Like when you start talking about M and Sean, and I mean, these ain't no slouches. You know what I'm saying? And these are guys who taken the wave and flipped it. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like you got some waves that made people really reevaluate their pen game.
Then I'll say this.
And production game.
I'll say this. Sean got big. I mean, he didn't get big. Like Sean been big, but like he reached out to 40. For a dope track. That was a big track for him. 40 ain't never had to reach out to anybody outside of the Bay. M's got a line, what is it? Just the line where something about Eminem is a Thiz head. He'll never last. Only class he'll ever pass is Fizz head or Fizz ed. Thiz is a Bay-based product. Like that whole Thiz thing is Mac Dre. Like that's.
And one of y'all and one artist from Detroit that we didn't even bring up, but he is heavily influenced from the Bay. Is that new kid
T Grizzly? T Grizzly.
I thought he was from the Bay.
Yeah, we had this conversation. Yeah. I was on him because at first I thought he was a Bay. Found out he was from Detroit, but it's that Bay hard slap sound.
Like, it was kind of like how she was saying earlier about how ASAP is into the Houston shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
gritty, as far as being,
I might have to
gritty.
Take the L on that.
I ain't taking it.
Gritty hip hop.
I'm here to debate, man. Right now, the Bay is.
But I don't think you can just say Houston's only influenced ASAP, because like Houston's influenced Louisiana, like 2 Trill. Like if we're talking about Houston, you're gonna talk
First
about.
First of all, Houston has influenced all of hip hop, because if we want to talk about hip hop, you want to talk about New York. You want to talk about a New York song. If you want to go to a New York sound, who's some of the top producers from New York you think of? Who has that New York song? If you're going to a New York sound,
why? But I don't understand why we're arguing New York.
I'm gonna get to that. So
Okay.
I'm gonna trust me. Wait.
Okay, I see where you're going. So just go there then.
So one of the most influential. If you're talking about New York, which is, we didn't even bring New York up because New York is where hip hop come from.
Yeah.
That sound is from a producer called Primo. Premier DJ from Gangstar is from Houston.
Okay.
So, and I mean, he's from, and when you think of the quote unquote hip hop or New York, you think of
all day.
that his production,
right? All day.
Okay.
I mean, you got Dilla.
I see.
Dilla's a GOAT. You got. I mean, they have their own thing. But as far as hip hop, which I mean, I know we're talking about outside of hip hop.
Yeah.
But this, you still got the base.
I'm giving you Primo. I'm giving you Primo.
We got Primo from Houston.
I see your Primo and raise you Tupac.
You can't. I don't. Debate.
No, you can't. Because if Primo is from Houston, he got big off of New York. Tupac is from Oakland, and you can go back to whatever. Tupac is an Oakland rapper.
Nah.
See, you can't do that with Primo. Then.
No. Well, first of all, the reason I say nah because Oakland. I mean, Tupac. He was born on the East Coast, and he reps L.A. I mean, I would say he repped L.A. He is associated. He
reps.
He repped Oakland when he was with Digital Underground.
Yeah.
Though.
So the Tupac that is big, that Tupac when he spelled his name out, I loved him. But that's not the one that people know.
Tupac is arguably the greatest thing to ever happen in hip hop.
That's the number 2.
No. That's still it's the same person.
No,
man.
it's not.
It's the same person. Like
the LA Tupac is who's big.
You talking Harvey Dent and Two-Face. Two-Face is still Harvey Dent.
I mean, I'm just.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying the person
I
you're
totally
talking about.
agree with Louis C. That L.A. Tupac is the world.
Which is fine. I'll give you that if we take Primo off the table. Because don't nobody associate Primo with Houston.
Because he made the New York sound. But Primo rep Houston. He's from Houston. He reps it. He doesn't say he's from New York. He says he's from Houston.
And Tupac will say
live long and live L.A. He says
because
LA.
he created an L.A. sound.
I mean,
we can take both of them off the table.
But also Pac made songs shouting out Oakland though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's definitely down
and with LA
Oakland.
he made To Live and Die in LA, but I mean he's still an Oakland dude though.
And if he didn't have Oakland, the world wouldn't have LA Tupac. So you can't discredit that.
I'm not discrediting. I'm just saying that just how we were talking about off camera about Snoop Dogg, how he changed his name for different areas. I'm saying the number 2 PAC, Death Row Pac, is the one that people know and love. And
still the same guy.
Yeah.
It's still the same guy.
I mean, I don't see him saying this. I don't really see him being the same guy. But I understand.
Because Brenda had a baby, but he wasn't. He was over here thugging. We're talking about it is 2 totally different people.
Pac was
I'll give you Pac,
though.
and I give you TUPAC. I give you TUPAC. Everything that TUPAC made, Dear Mama, I mean, which is still great. But I'm saying the legend of Tupac, the one that people, the thug life and all that is because of Death Row and all that and that LA influence.
Still Oakland dude. Just like you can't argue Preem and say Houston. You got to argue. Who is Preem best associated with? Anybody?
Yeah.
Gangstar?
Yeah. And he's
Gangstar from Houston?
Boston.
Yeah, he's from Boston.
But I said, are they from Houston, though? It's not about any place else. We're talking about our regions right now.
Oh, yeah. But I'm talking about a producer. So he makes beats. So you
brought him up.
Yeah. No, I'm saying because his beats is fuel hip hop.
Have you ever listened to a Preem intro or outro? He is not yelling Houston. He is not yelling Houston. He is yelling Brooklyn all day.
Yeah, he don't.
All day. Pick one.
Yeah, you can't even use Primo. I'm just saying. I mean, because when you think of Preem, you just think of. you
think of New York, which is hip hop. That is my argument.
And I'll let you have that, but you got to give me Tupac. It's the same argument. We talking about a person who got big somewhere else, but is rooted here?
I don't know. I just feel like you got Pac, New York, New Jersey, Philly. Like
that's why I didn't use him in my Jersey argument because he's more relevant in this argument.
Yeah, like I feel like Pac is spread so thin. I mean, I think it's a little bit. I mean, I see what I get your point.
I'll take Pac away for a second and let's put E40 on the table. If you want to talk about his sound, because again, my biggest thing is people go to E40 for his sound. E40 ain't went to nobody outside of the Bay.
So where does Scarface go?
E40 got his own damn dictionary.
You know.
Yep.
Like,
E40 got a language.
Yo,
E40 got drinks. Like,
yo, people that I didn't know didn't start selling drugs till Mr. Scarface. Not the movie, Mr. Scarface the record. That's when people started selling drugs. To my knowledge, from Mr. Scarface. So you talking? Are we talking
about drugs in general, or like what drugs? Weed? We talking weed? We talking weed? Because where you getting your weed from?
Houston. We got a port.
talking well.
Where you getting your good weed? And I say that like I even smoke it, but like
the two non-smokers.
Yeah, none of us smoke it. But like I know enough about it to know that people ain't making raps about weed in Houston. I know that Fizz that's what predates all of the everything that's happening now. All that is just Fizz. Fizz face. Fizz got his own face. Slaps.
The Bay is huge, man.
And we ain't even tapped into the Bay yet. That's all surface level Bay.
Ground Bay.
Yeah, this is all surface level Bay.
Yeah, I'm taking the L on my Detroit.
I ain't say nothing else about Philly since y'all.
You supposed to have that on airplane mode. What you looking up?
Yeah.
I came prepared.
First of all, you actually lived in the Bay. I did not live in Houston, so that's why I got my Googles.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
I can't be responsible for your non-traveling outside of North Carolina self.
You know.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but I will say this. Like, yes, I lived in the Bay. I'm not speaking for all Bay people because having a Bay person here can shut down any argument I'm giving you right now and shut down this whole panel. So I'm representing my knowledge.
I need King Doe.
Shouts out to the Rec League.
Yo, shout out to King Doe. If I had King Doe here, if I could tag in someone right now.
But here's what I'm giving you though. I'm not even giving you Bay arguments. I'm giving you I live outside of Bay arguments. Like I said, we still surface level. I ain't even dug deep yet.
And I feel like I'm winning.
I can give you MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Play out Hammer if you want to, but you don't call him Aladdin pants. You call him Hammer pants. Who ain't doing the tight rider? Who ain't doing the running man?
Fuck.
Like Hammer gave you dancing.
Crazy, bro. Damn.
Hammer gave you dancing.
Lecrae.
Get all the way out of here
The
with that
biggest.
crap.
If anybody know anything about spiritual artists, like any far as gospel music,
Lecrae
you know one. He's the one guy.
They know the bass god. Nope. They know the bass god.
Bass god was on First Take.
Yep.
The base god
The damn Oakland Raiders.
cursed James
Yep.
Harden.
How about the Houston Titans? Houston Oilers.
Who's he really rocking?
The Houston Rockets.
The A's. Like these are all hip hop brands. These are all team brands that hip hop speaks to.
He smashed the Kardashian.
Who didn't smash a Kardashian?
Somebody from the Bay. Who's somebody from the Bay to smash the Kardashian?
They brought her to the Bay so she can get smashed.
Nobody know. Ain't nobody smashed. And you know,
I'm sure some local rapper had a chance.
Nah.
The Bay is huge when it comes to hip hop, though, man. I can't. The Bay is huge.
The Bay is huge, but they're not huger than Houston.
Well,
Houston is huge, though.
Again,
you ain't got
not saying Houston doesn't
Detroit.
have his spot. Go ahead.
You ain't going. All right.
Help me out, bud.
I'm like, yo, like my argument for Detroit is over.
Help me out with Houston.
I can't. It's like the Detroit shit. You can only go so far, man.
Yeah.
He nailed it in the first part of his the rebuttal. That's why I'm like. That's why I shut up about Detroit. Think about the longevity Oakland or the Bay Area got, man.
So okay,
and we're talking like late '80s, early '90s. Since then.
So
Since then.
Other than
I got my comment.
Other than G-Eazy, what is the Bay doing right now?
E40 is still doing it right now.
Yeah, and you also you can't just because you don't see it like you see it. That don't necessarily mean things ain't happening.
Oh no,
because a lot of these places got the movements are so big in their own city that they don't really
I said
need
the same thing about Houston.
That's how the Bay is too.
Slim Thug, I would put Slim Thug. I wouldn't do that. Actually, I wouldn't. I was about to say I put Slim Thug up against E40, but actually I wouldn't.
The whole battle rap scene.
What new dope movie is coming out of Houston from a Houston rapper? You just nailed it with the Coup putting out a movie.
So, I mean,
You're right though.
Give it to the moderator.
Houston got hits, man, but the Bay.
I mean, I'll say
The Bay got hits.
I mean, the Bay got hits. The Bay got hits. The Bay got hip hop culture. The Bay got pop culture. The Bay has everything.
I mean,
the Bay.
I'm outvoted. You know, so I'm gonna do, like.
Think about it.
Rest in peace, Pimp C.
You hear it first from somebody from New York, the Bay.
Yay!
From Georgia, the Bay.
Yay!
You know, from North Carolina, H-Town. Hold on, Beyonce. Does that still work?
Nope. You already matched that argument earlier.
I didn't. I never said Beyonce.
But that's what won the argument.
Lean.
Fizz.
Death.
Devin the Dude.
Yeah, Devin the Dude.
Bun B. Trey. UGK. Big Mo. Zero. Lil Kiki.
Man, I can go through all, like,
AMG.
Spice One, like, MC8. Like,
MC8 is Compton.
oh, shoot.
Spice
One.
AMG.
Yeah.
AMG, I remember.
Spice One just had something to say to all these young punks too out here rapping. You seen that video of Spice One, like talking shit to Lil Uzi and all?
Nah.
Did he do that on his break?
Nah, he was on a bus.
He was on a bus?
He was on a bus going somewhere. He just was talking shit.
Matter of fact,
he's on his
Tupac
way to
reps
work.
Oakland and Dusted and Disgusted, which is a supremely Oakland track.
I never even heard that song.
Riff Raff.
Yeah, I was saying Riff Raff.
That's who you want?
No.
I really hope you
You
never
want
Say, man. Bow out graciously.
That's who you want to lay your sword on?
I mean, unfortunately, like, the Bay might have this one, but it's not what I would prefer to say is the winner. I just feel like if you were from Houston or we were from Houston, we could, or we lived in Houston, we'd have this.
Yeah.
If we
I mean, I always feel like Chicago should have
Y'all
been.
are talking on me like I'm speaking. Yes, I lived in the Bay, but I didn't give you nothing you can't get here. I haven't even started talking like Bay talk.
If we using a point system, the Bay wins. But not by much, because Houston bought so much to the
Oh, no
game.
doubt. There's no landslide victories anywhere on this table. Nowhere on this table. Like, I definitely know that.
But the Bay, it wins, bro. And I can't. I mean, like, and I'm sitting here really trying to cause Houston is just like, as far as hip hop, Houston really did a lot, bro. But the Bay, I don't know, man. If you gave him Tupac, it's over.
Yeah, I know.
If you gave him Tupac, it's over.
Yeah.
I give him TUPAC.
Okay, I'll take him.
Yeah.
I'll take just him.
If you give him Pac, it's a wrap.
Man.
It's a wrap.
Well, this was disappointing. I was on your team this time.
But it's not about preference, though. It's not about preference.
It's not about East or West.
The Bay wins. We're gonna crown the Bay the national champion.
Number 4. So they're like number 4.
Don't be trying to like belittle a win. No, in this conversation, they are number one.
Yeah, which is excluding.
In this conversation, the Bay is number one.
Yeah. Yes. All right. But hey, so this has been a great, hip hop discussion. Inquisitive mind of Louis T. I mean, I just definitely learned. I before this, I definitely didn't realize how influential the Bay was to the culture, and I feel, like I said, I consider myself a hip hop aficionado. So I definitely want to thank Fuzz, Laurel, Haji, Hustle, all y'all for your input. You know, I mean, y'all, everybody give a sign out. You know, she shouts out and all that good stuff.
Yo, shouts out to everybody that came through. You can catch me at your mom's favorite rapper on Instagram, and make sure you go to fuzzjax.bandcamp.com and get all the new freestyles I've been putting up.
Yo, what up, HP? Shouts out to the Bay, all my homies. I see you. Shouts out to Rec League. If you're looking for me after this, you can start at the Waffle House and then go to hpfangs.com or Instagram at hpfangs or back to the Waffle House.
Nah, no Waffle House here. We don't rock with Waffle House.
Oh, that's right. Yo, they doing us up. Nah,
no
I
Waffle
really
House,
like
no
waffles.
Starbucks.
Though. I'm sorry.
Nah, I can find you some. Yo, I'll find you some waffles somewhere. Not Waffle House. No money there.
What's good, man? It's your boy Lee Hustle, man. Living Legend Promotions, Gas Game Movie Boys, man. You can follow me on Instagram at hustleroo_having my way. You can follow me on Facebook at Rue Taylor. And also be on the lookout of my podcast I got coming up, Harsh Reality. It's going to be crazy. Appreciate it, man. Honored to be a part of this, man. Sitting amongst legends, man. It's just
For real,
it's real. It's a real humbling experience for me.
Anything for my moderator?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the 704. Holding it down for the QC. And I don't want anyone to follow me anywhere.
So, yo, you can follow me at MeLewisT, Instagram, Twitter. You know.
Oh, one more thing. Lewis T. Are you done? My fault, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't
You
mean to do
finished
that.
or you done?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to say, be on the lookout for that King of the Port. I'm doing a King of the Port contest. I'm finally going to try to do it, man. The winner get $1,000 of free video, free airtime on 97.3 for a week, a free photo shoot, and 5 hours of free studio time, man. Be on the lookout. Details on the way. King of the Port, man. We're going to see who the King of the Port. Let's do it.